Namaste, a very warm welcome to day 7 of ReInvent Yourself 10. Today we have with a lot of honor and gratitude, we have a special guest joining us. Before that, um, let us prepare ourselves to sit in meditation till more people are joining in. We take this minute to make our body, mind realize that we are now fully present in this moment. So I request you all to find a comfortable spot where you can sit and relax and be in your meditation for the next 30 minutes. If you're joining from your phones, keep your phone aside. You don't have to carry them in your hands. If you're wearing spectacles, you can remove them. You don't need spectacles while you're meditating. And with your next breath, gently close your eyes, fingers into fingers, cross your legs, sit comfortably. You may sit on a chair, you can sit on a floor, you can sit on a sofa or a bed, anywhere, wherever you feel comfortable. No stiffness in the body, no straightening of the back. Completely relax yourself. And now, becoming aware of your natural breathing, how the breath is going in and how the breath is coming out. Do not interfere in the natural occurrence of your breath. Let it flow. I'll be playing flute music. Just be with your breath. Just be with your breath. Just be with your breath. When we are with our breath, the science of meditation says our mind naturally begin to be empty. All we have to do is keep coming back to our breath. If you're joining now, simply sit in the meditation, closing your eyes. You just be with your breath. For the next 30 minutes, only you and your breath exist. Nothing else. No relationship, no work, no plans, no goals. Just be with your breath. Be with your breath. With your breath. With each breath, we're going deeper and deeper in our meditation. Even if thought appears, do not weave further thoughts into them. Come back to your breath, your natural, tender, soft breath. Just being with your breath. And let it lead you beyond your mind, your body. Come back to your breath. Allow your inner eye to show you the realities that your physical eye cannot see. Just be with your breath, your natural, tender, soft breath, how it is coming in and going out. Last few minutes. full moon is also near. Feel the energies within you. Just be with your breath. Last 5 minutes. Last 3 minutes. Just be with your breath. Last 1 minute. Still being with your breath. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And with your next breath, slowly begin to become aware of your body senses. Unclasp your hands and gently place them on your eyes. And whenever you feel ready, slowly you may open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Today, take your time, you may sip some water. And today, we have senior most master G. Srinivas Reddy G with us. So I would request you all to open your cameras and greet him with our warm smile and grateful heart. Please open your cameras and let us invite him. It is my honor to introduce him. Sir, please allow me to recite a little introduction. Um, it is my greatest honor to introduce G. Srinivas Reddy ji. He is a founder of Swadhaya Yoga, which he co-founded with his wife, Parinita Patri, who is the eldest daughter of Brahmarishi Patriji. Sir has dedicated his life to the path of self-study, meditation, and inner transformation, helping people around to understand life through awareness and right knowledge. His teachings beautifully combine ancient wisdom with practical modern living, making spirituality simple and applicable. He is an avid reader and always have been finding gems of right spiritual books. He introduced many books to Patriji himself. We are truly blessed to have him with us today. So please join with claps with me to welcome warmly welcome him. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Nandini. Hope you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. All good. We can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you, and good morning. So finally, I am on the platform called Reinventing Yourself. So, good morning. I'm Srinivas. I'm from Hyderabad. So actually, I'm not the founder of Swadhaya Yoga. I was given the duty of Swadhyaya Yoga by Patriji. He is actually the real founder of Swadhyaya Yoga because he coined that word, and he his advice and his request or whatever you may call it as, like, he wanted, like, uh, he emphasized the real importance of right information. Okay, right information, if at all we provide to a seeker or a person who does sadhana, or a person who wants to understand what life is all about, then it's a duty of a Buddhistic based principles community to provide right information. Right information makes a seeker more economical energy wise, because it becomes more economical. All the possibilities for transformation increase, and he becomes so efficient. That is the basic mechanism of why we emphasize so much of right information for right transformation. uh, that is why he emphasized Swajaya Yoga. It's not about Swajaya Yoga is not about hoarding books or reading books as we do in our mundane life. Don't study spiritual books as you study for your exams or for your degree certifications. That is not at all Swadhyaya Yoga. Swadhyaya Yoga should make you more reality based. It should make you more lighter. After reading a book, you should become more of yourself rather than emphasizing more of your identities. So real books are very few for all people. Entertaining, for reading for entertainment, you have n number of books. You can read whatever you want. But spirituality, there is a science behind how to choose a book. Yeah, and like, I really don't know how many people know that science. Whatever energy you are in, particularly at a given moment of your life, you pick up a book and that book resonates the same energy or same frequency, you will definitely never like. You should pick up a book which really challenges you, which challenges your mind stuff, which challenges your emotional intelligence, which challenges your physical habits. That kind of books which challenge you will really unfold your consciousness. So that is what Swadhyaya Yoga is, and he coined that word, Patriji. And one more thing, why Swadhyaya is, most of the students, like now we were like at the initial stages of Pyramid Spiritual Society movement, we had a crisis of, like, most of the students used to come, they used to read Osho, and they would deny to accept any other author other than Osho. We had this crisis of fanaticism, like, everyone started, like, admiring Osho, stopped doing jobs, uh, becoming so mechanical, repeating Osho's words. Then, like, that was the real time, like, we really wanted to get a solution so that people will get that universal orientation towards spiritual principles. So that universal orientation for every seeker is a must, because we need to see all these principles from n number of point of views. That can be karma, or that people are talking so much about dimensions or whatever they are talking nowadays. The point is, like, we need to see every principle from n number of point of views. Then this problem or crisis of fanaticism will be resolved. There are only two things we need to deal with in community conflicts. First is fanatism, and second is totalitarianism. All speakers nowadays, whenever we observe, we see that people are talking too much, but only few people who want to cultivate the art of listening. Like, you read books, you will know how to listen to a book, because meditation means listening. Meditation means never talking too much. Meditation means you become a natural listener. And while reading, what happens is you will listen to what that book is wanted to convey to you. So, Swadhyaya Yoga is about knowing the meaning and significance part of a spiritual individual complete life. That's what Swadhyaya Yoga is. So, if you allow Nandini, I have some slides which shows the importance of Swadhyaya Yoga, and then, like, we'll continue whatever the time we have. We will give the right information. That's why the prime intention of this thing. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, you're a co-host now. You can share.
Okay. So if things are visible, please let me know, because I really don't know. Okay.
Sure.
Can you see, Nandini?
I can see the folder, sir. We yet not see the slide. Slide is not open.
Slide is not open. Okay.
We may be seeing the different slide view of the screen. We are seeing the folder.
Okay. Now?
Still the same slide. Screen is
What
now right.
happened?
It's
What
there.
happened?
Perfect.
What happened?
Yes, sir. We can see the
We can
slide.
see. Okay, beta. Okay. Right. So this is what is the first slide. Spiritual books contain the wisdom of sages and saints, philosophers and mystics. This part everyone knows. Okay. Now, when you read about the lives of saints and the contents of spiritual books, a host of powerful and positive ideas rush to your mind, and at once your mental powers are sharpened. So, this is what is the entire principle of nowadays. We talk to so many spiritual people, they emphasize the importance of Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is either, once you educate and make people sane, intellectually sane, then it directly proportional to, and it depends on how people use their intuitive comprehensive powers, or whatever the faculties everyone develops with meditation. The intuition and intellect should go hand in hand. That is what is real spiritual science is all about. And most of the people are emphasizing the intuitional parameters, but no one is emphasizing the intellectual corresponding factors. Jnana Yoga is rather, in this age of Aquarius, we need to have a sane intellect, and we need to expand our consciousness towards our intuitional body or causal body, and we need to function from there and use our intellectual powers. That is why Jnana Yoga is more important. Otherwise, always in spirituality, most of the humanity have become slaves of some other force, external force. So, spiritual science is about the dosage of intellectual sharpening an individual needs to cultivate. That part, that Jnana Yoga part, that Swadhaya Yoga part, as Patanjali was emphasizing, that is what we want to incorporate in this PSSM movement. That is why Swadhaya Yoga.
So, sorry to interrupt, but we can't see any slides at the moment.
And why you can't? Uh, I'll, I'll don't download as the best. That is the best thing.
Sir, if you want, we can share on behalf of you. You can WhatsApp me and I can share on
Yeah,
behalf
yeah,
of you.
yeah, yeah. We'll do that part. Actually, I wanted to show. I had so many things. 1 minute. We'll try once, okay?
Yes, sir.
Where is this part, Baba? Now?
Yes, sir. We can see it.
Okay. Was the first slide. This was the second slide. And this is third one. Swajaya inspires and elevates the mind to high spiritual altitude. It clears doubts, it weeds out unholy ideas, it cuts new spiritual grooves for the mind to move on, it reduces wandering of the mind. Because that is the most important limitation, like we need to address. And a lot of people are not addressing that why mind wanders. We are talking too much of spatial issues, metaphysical issues without being grounded. And that is where a seeker gets so much of uh, disorientation, because the direction he feels differently, and the content he has in his mind doesn't fit the context. And spiritual science, especially meditation and book reading, is about content and context. And most of the people, if they talk about context, they don't talk about content. If they talk about content, they don't talk about the context. And Buddha's teachings or whatever is, it's about the amount of balance we have, amount of sanity we want to cultivate, is what happens with book reading. We need to cultivate a habit called how to choose a right book. It is an individually based, and it is proportionally, it happens universally. Everyone should choose their book. Nobody should will guide you. Like, if I start that, and all books which are right for me may be or may not be right for you at a given moment of time. So start experiment. All experiments happens like now when you choose a right book, the information which you get at a particular phase of your mind life, you will know, you can feel if that information is really helpful for you for transformation, or it is becoming very non-digestible issue, because spiritual information is about your spiritual metabolism. And people are talking nonsense about other things. Other things are also there. If at all we want to make the earth a heaven, so we need to use information to make our daily life in a transformative mode. It's not about how many contacts you have in other worlds. Everyone has higher contacts in other worlds. But with your meditational higher contacts, how much are you making your community a happy place? And I see 99.99% of conflicts. There is no cooperation between two people existing in the same community. Then for that we need to start that cooperative attitude we can cultivate with the right books. Spiritual books act as consoling companions and guiding lights under all circumstances, ideal teachers in all times of difficulties. And this principle, this point was, it is a fact in the history of PSSM, because PSSM from day one or before labeling it, purely PSSM is a Swadhyaya Yoga community. I don't call Osho something. Osho is a Swadhyaya yogi, because he studied throughout his life. What did he do? And we project things as if, oh, he did that. These are all projections. But in his life, he studied things. Deepak Chopra is a Swadhyaya yogi. Patriji is a Swadhyaya yogi. I don't know like his past life or how much he meditated, but throughout his life, with my five senses, I have seen that he was studying entire life. And people, the intensity of reading varies. We don't have to compare and copy, like Osho read 1 lakh books, even I have to read 2 lakh books. That makes our system more, your mind becomes more, go into the mode of non-digestion part. When you study the spiritual books, you are in tune with authors who are realized souls. You draw inspiration and become ecstatic. Wisdom is the key to power and joy. Uh, this was given by him. So this is in short why Swadhyaya. Okay, uh, that part. Because we sit and listen lot of times, like now we prefer to listen. This is another nice extract from a book called Art of Teaching by Torkam Sardarian. He also writes books of the teaching. He always says teaching is there in the space, like how you communicate with the teaching is rather the most prime thing one student needs to cultivate. So, if you write a book with the intention to bring beauty, goodness, righteousness, joy, and freedom, and to inspire people for striving and sacrificial service, your book will live long years and inspire generations. These are the only seven principles you need to look into once you pick up a book. Does that book have some beauty based principles? Does the book have some goodness based principles, righteousness based principles, joy based, freedom based, inspire based, striving based, sacrifice? That's it. And you need to study every book depending on the timeline. One time you see a book with your emotional things and you see the only emotional component in the book. Sometimes you see the intellectual component in the book. Sometimes you see the soul component of the book. So that is where you pick up the essence of the book. That is why every reader should read the real spiritual book 7 times. Then you will know, oh, this idea is running me. That idea becomes an ideal in the mind, and that ideal become the idol. What people are talking nowadays about manifestation. Everything is an idea. Meditation is an idea. Human being is an idea. Soul is an idea. That idea should become ideal in the mental density, and that ideal should become idle. That is what is a flow chart. That is how a book always teaches you the significance of ideas they contain. You see, Bhagavad Gita is an idea, and how the author has put so many roles, and the entire Bhagavad Gita says, "Don't be the role, be a soul." And most of the people, after reading even Bhagavad Gita, they attach to the labels of the roles rather than becoming the soul. Bhagavad Gita is there for been on earth plane from 5,000 years. But how much did you really get the essence from that? Every one of you gets some point of view from Bhagavad Gita, but it is inexhaustible book. Still, people give commentaries on that, commentaries on that. But what are you actualizing in your life after reading Bhagavad Gita is what Swadhaya Yoga is all about. So these are some of the slides, books of the teaching. Okay. Uh, uh, Books live and die irrespective of the praises or the condemnation of others. I am the practical witness for these things in PSSM from 40 years. People pick up a book very emotional with so much of glamours in them, and they project the book, and after 6 months you don't see anybody reading that so-called hyped book. All real books always have contain so much of psychic energy in them. So don't add your glamours, your illusions, your vanities into a book, and and most of the people nowadays they are marketing more of their glamours in a book rather than seeing the spiritual dimension in a book. So it is about what you see, how you look, what kind of principles and intentions you see from an author who writes a book is what one needs to align with. So one thing I want, Master Moria has an excellent verse related to reading. He says, one should reread books with principles and fundamentals. This is the only thing I wanted to convey because nobody is touching fundamentals and the principles of spiritual science. Everyone are talking about what they want to talk. No one is considered about what are the spiritual needs of the listener or people who come to a community. What are their spiritual needs, their mind needs, their emotional needs, and their physical needs need to be catered. That is what we need to teach and speak and write, not glorifying our own identities. And 99% of people are glorifying their egos. That is why Swadhyaya Yoga has become a flattery kind of thing. We need to give the pure teaching oriented books to humanity to save humanity from crisis. That is the only principle of Swadhyaya Yoga. It is true that a charged book is not the same for you many years later for many reasons. The changes in the consciousness, more isolated, assimilated experiences, larger fields of relationship, clear goals, less karmic loads, many disappointments. My point is, if at all we are giving right information to people, all our community should provide creative solutions what all problems humanity is facing today, irrespective of which community you belong to. The spiritual quotient available today on the earth is in the declining mode, or it is in, like, developing mode. It reflects, if at all spiritual people, they provide solutions, creative solutions for the existing problems what all nations are facing today. That is what Jesus said. You can't love people who are beside you and you are start going to save the world. It will never happen. So this is why uh, all these factors affect your consciousness and make you see the different dimensions of the same book. You see, either you read one book or 1 lakh books, every book carries so many dimensions in them. So if a book challenges you, it is really making you to become yourself. It connects with your core. So such kind of books, if we need to uh, share with all humanity. That is why Swadhaya Yoga. So I think I'm running out of time, and my today's pick, because the, my today's pick is, she wanted me to talk about reinventing. How can you reinvent yourself? Uh, how can we reinvent ourselves is by understanding. This is the book I'm. Yesterday I was reading, when Nandini was, she WhatsApped me regarding the class. I was reading this book. I thought, maybe I'll share this book with you. The Five Invitations, discovering what death can teach us about living fully. How we can reinvent ourselves in life is, once you understand life and death with a stable mind. All people talk about reinvent yourself in life, get that, but nobody talks about the importance of these two words. You become so imbalanced because you talk more about life, nobody touches about death. And like this has become a, a kind of polarized way of approach. People talk about death, nobody talks about life. We are so polarized. But did are we start talking about life and death in a very stable, balanced, equilibrium mind is what the entire meditation depends on. It depends on the individuals, how much he cultivated that. That is why I had to pick up this book, The Five Invitations, discovering what death can teach us about living fully. If at all any individual or any family or any community wants to reinvent themselves, they need to understand life and death. Only understanding life, you cannot reinvent yourself. Because there is a beautiful line by Deepak Chopra: reinventing your physical aspect and resurrecting your soul happens in a given moment. Reinventing the body, resurrecting the soul. That is what the entire teachings of spiritual science about. Resurrection means every moment we need to have a breakthrough. How can we have a breakthrough to reinvent ourselves is to understand death science in a more balanced way. And this is such a beautiful book by Frank Ostrowski. You read this book, you'll know how much we have not invented or discovered in your own lives. And in the reinventing session, we need to reinvent ourselves. We need to understand death. in a very proper way. The transformative power of death. Life and death are inseparable. Everyone knows that. Okay, but still we always crave for personal glory. Impermanence clarifies values. Everyone knows that entire Buddhism is about impermanence, and all our issues, all our problems are based on transiency. We talk so many questions regarding all transient things. That is why, like, we need to make people read such kind of grounded, reality-based books. All people talk about five agreements. Why they never identified or resonated with five invitations, I really don't understand. First thing, the five invitations, first principle is don't wait. Live with urgency and tenderness before later disappears. Live fully in the present. This shows how integrated we are, how regular we are in our meditation, in the purpose of reinventing ourselves. Everything changes. Everybody knows that everything changes, but nobody is ready to adapt to the changing thing. And everyone has a changeless thing inside themselves. They never touch that changeless thing, their core, their essence. Embrace impermanence. We always fight transient things. An antidote to regret is we always wait. We have a subconscious or a shadow pattern that somebody sacred will come from the clouds and save the total humanity, and I'm in contact with them. They'll come and help me. This is like, a deep way of disconnecting with your own core. So many Ramana Maharshis came, so many Buddha, so many Christ, everyone came on this earth plane. They said, be a light unto yourself. You contribute, you cultivate your light and contribute it to the society. You don't sit and daydream. Be practical. Second thing, welcome everything, push away nothing. You see, this is what is the dimension of finite and infinite side of life. And spirituality is about telling every individual that you have an infinite side inside you. And how come an infinite oriented people fight for all finite things? Nobody talks about harmony. Everyone suppresses their own conflicts. It can be individual, family, relationship based, community based, or nation based, or state based. That heart based orientation is not there. Everyone has their own gang. You act as if you are welcoming, but not really. That is what spirituality is about. Welcome everything, push away nothing. We want to push away something, but we act very artificially as if we are welcoming others. That is where the artificial angle dimension to the psychism enters. There is so much of artificial psychism going on in the society today. We never cater to the society conditions, artificial conditions. That is why everything evaporates. We burn out because we don't understand this principle. Welcome everything, push away nothing. Openness is the doorway to freedom, even in discomfort. If at all you write books, it reflects that you have an open mind. And he says, mind is like parachute. It only functions when it is open. And I really don't know how many people are having that open-minded parachute minds. That is why they deny other. You give them Taoistic books, they deny. There is so much of denial. Then people talk about ultimate things. I really do, because a teaching or a teacher should point out that this is the area of improvement. and nobody takes feedback in a very constructive way. That is why people stop giving feedbacks, because everything should run on a principle called breaking. There should be no bias, and everything is bias based. Everything is biased based. It's not breaking the habits of being yourself is the priority. The today's urgent work is breaking the bias we carry inside ourselves. Everything we see there is a bias in it. Everything we talk, there is a bias in it. Everything we hear, there is a bias in it. And you think that you are providing spiritual service. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because no one considers a biased information to be spiritual. Bring your whole self to the experience. Breathe holistically. Don't do physical breathing and think that you are doing something. Anapanasati is breathe. There should be a physical breath dimension, emotional breath dimension, mental breath dimension, spiritual dimension also. All four put together, that holism, that paripurnatvam is what Hinduism is about. And that works with Buddha's teaching. That becomes Anapanasati meditation. Show up authentically. Wholeness includes vulnerability. We need to embrace our vulnerabilities. Whom are we showing off that we are the souls, others are personalities? Everybody is a soul. Then why are we denying our vulnerabilities? I really don't understand. Respond with self-compassion, deeper connection and integrity. This is the third. Fourth, find a place of rest in the middle of things. Stability is not outside the storm. It's a refuge you practice within it. Cultivate inner calm amid chaos. Rest is present moment practice. Less stress, more clarity, mindful breathing and meditation. And I see all these spiritual service oriented people are in a higher stress levels, because as if they are pressurized, they are burdening themselves that without them the world will not be saved. That is not at all the case. Your inner calmness should project it in your service. Less stress, more clarity. And fifth, cultivate don't know mind. Release certainty to see what's true right now. Stay curious and open. That curious word is such a scientific word. This curiosity is the only thing which runs spirituality. And in the place of curiosity, people are like, they poke their nose in non essentials. That is where fixed views, narrow perception. To shatter that fixed views, we need to have a principle in our practice. That is why Swadhaya Yoga, to reinvent yourself. And creativity and empathy expand, question and allow ambiguity. This is the fifth principle. Cultivate, don't know mind. So, the five invitations. If at all you want to reinvent yourself, resurrect your soul, please go through these five invitations. Don't wait, act from what matters now. Welcome everything, push away nothing, meet life with openness. Bring your whole self, includes vulnerability and truth. Find a place of rest in the middle. Return to stillness and change. Cultivate, don't know mind. Stay curious and receptive. That receptivity is what feminism is all about. And we talk about this goddess, that goddess, and zero receptivity. Because receptivity reflects listening part, natural listening part. And here everyone is in the holding mode. That holding is what is making a spiritual journey more stagnant. To come out of that stagnation, we need right books to shatter our conditioned beliefs. That is why Swadhyaya Yoga. So, to reinvent yourself, my contribution today is, please try to assimilate something from this book. The book is The Five Invitations by Frank Ostrowski. So, thank you, Nandini, for giving me this opportunity to talk something or maybe share something with reinventing group. Okay. This is what I feel like, this is what I was reading. Five invitations and one more nice book. Uh, I don't think I'm giving you extra or loading your people with more information. Actually, we prefer all latest information, which saves. And this is also the latest book, Awakening by Deepak Chopra. So these books will show like what is the consciousness quotient, what's happening in the world, and what is our community's contribution to the humanity's consciousness is what the entire work is all about. So that's it, Nandini Garu. Uh,
Yes, sir.
uh, this is
Yes,
what.
sir. Thank.
Uh, okay. Then any questions regarding or any? Please do ask regarding books. Do no questions regarding personal lives.
Yes, yes, sir. Thank you so much for all your time and wisdom, sir. You gave pearls of wisdom today. I request all the participants, please do not hesitate in asking any questions. If you had any, you're reading any current book, please share
Yeah.
with sir what you're reading. And if you want to, if any confusion is there in what you have read, anything, even share your
Yeah.
learnings, anything you want to ask, please come up. This is the time. We have him with us. So right now I'm reading this book, Rukmani, and I'm reading along with that. I'm reading this book. I think you introduced this book to sir.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a
Matthew
wonderful
Mackay.
book.
Yeah. Matthew Mackay is such a wonderful author. Like, Jordan story. Uh, the best books regarding science of death, seeking answers from loved ones, is the latest book by Matthew McKay. So read that book. Fantastic book.
Okay,
It
sir.
is so natural. That book bridges everything. Matthew
Everything, sir.
McKay. Tell me.
Yes, sir. I mean, while I was reading this book, I'm finding how we're living in this on this Earth planet. We exactly live the same way after our death. There is no difference because
No.
we are the same. So
Yeah.
as much work we can do right now on ourselves, it will help us to carry forward ourselves there and more forward. So if
Absolutely.
anybody is thinking, hey, let's just pass our time on this planet and we'll see afterwards, it's not going to happen. You have to do the work. So it's
Yeah.
a brilliant book, sir. Thank you for introducing it to us. Yes, sir. How I would love to hear any of your takeaways from this book.
Matthew McKay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Matthew McKay is like, is a very practical case study about, you see the background of Matthew McKay. He is a psychologist. He doesn't believe in afterlife things, but in his own life, he has the transformative experience of his son, like, whom he loves so much. Uh, he dies, and how he contacts Jordan. The thing is, the open mindedness that particular man he carries, especially in Western community. Even though you're a psychologist, no one will pen down such kind of experiences and write books,
Yes.
because he had such kind of transformative experience. He was bound to write such kind of write information to the world. So see it as how much of open mind they carry. That openness is what the entire world should look in for. At every given moment, whomever you spiritual idol you may follow, every seeker, either they are open or closed.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
like how much openness you cultivated, is what the idea, the spiritual person whom you are idealizing. If that openness is not there, then whomever you may admire doesn't fit for in today's life. And especially we are talking about open minds. Open mind doesn't mean accept everything.
Yes, sir.
How
Absolutely,
much
sir.
ever you can digest, accept that. And it should make you more open. Your consciousness should open. That is where the finite and infinite gets bridged. That infinite side, they call it as non-local being. And this part is called as local being. We are all local beings having non-local experiences. And to recheck that non-local experiences, we need to have a bridge. That bridging is what Swadhaya Yoga is. So Matthew McKay makes you more open-minded. If at all your transformative experience is authentic, we need to publish it and provide it. And the second part is I can't say Matthew experiences removing Matthew McKay name, and I can't put my name there and say this book belongs to me. That is his experience. We can okay, this is from the source called Matthew McKay. You
Yes.
got the point?
Yes.
Like we now, I don't have any experience. I tell Matthew McKay experience as my experience. That is where the vanity pops in.
Yes, sir.
We
This
tell
is the
as if
second.
others' experience as our experience, we get confused.
Yes.
So that certainty, that openness, how we need to deal with the skepticism the society carries, all these things we can learn. There's a beautiful path towards metaphysical issues in Western countries nowadays with such kind of beautiful authors. Now we become too much of metaphysical, no mundane thing, and we become too much of yoga based, no metaphysical things. So Patriji, he wants the amount of metaphysical information, the amount of physical information we need to provide, it depends on what's happening in the world today.
Right, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh,
Every time, with every era, new books, new downloads are happening,
yeah.
and that should be conveyed. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so first information changes throughout the humanity. That this is one world. In the one world, the new information is pumped in. That information we need to assimilate and align with. Then transformation happens. It doesn't happen to individuals. It happens to total humanity. That is why we need to have an open mind to see what kind of creative ideas happening to all spiritual people throughout the world in different cultures and different countries. It doesn't belong to only Delhi or Hyderabad. It is happening
Yes,
throughout all countries. That is why we need to sit and observe like which country is now going to provide us some vitamins, spiritual vitamins.
tablets.
You give
Yes,
yoga to them and you take new information from them. That is exchange. That is sharing.
yes.
And Indians, they say they know everything. They don't want to learn from West. And Western people are like becoming more grounded. We need to come out of our own fantasism. Vedas are excellent, Upanishads are fundamental. I agree, but not too much of only one point of view. That one point of view is making you look very small, big, and problems are becoming much bigger.
Very well said, sir. I completely resonate with that, sir.
Yeah,
Because I think, yes, foundation should be set from wherever you've taken birth. You have chosen that land, set
yeah.
your foundation, read, but more openness will lead to more soul's evolution.
That is what I'm saying. We have Garuda Purana, and Matthew Mackay gave the next version of Garuda Purana. Then you should have an open mindedness to accept that Garuda Purana, isn't it?
Absolutely, sir.
That's it.
Wow,
That's
what
what
you said.
that is where East to West or science meets spirituality.
Yes.
Hmm.
Sir, on that note, we have two questions in chat. Shall I share it with you?
Yeah.
Okay, GT, it would be awesome if you can yourself come and speak to sir. It will be really great. I'm just reciting your question, and if you can open your camera and speak to sir, that would be much more great. Okay, so GT is asking, I have a question. You mentioned about books channeling you. I don't understand that. Can you elaborate?
What? Channeling you?
Yeah, I think when you mention that, like when you are reading, reciting somebody else knowledge, you should mention that who you are mentioning. I think that's the part where she's asking about. That's why, GT, it's more important that you ask your question, because that's where you're gonna get the clarity. So it's important that you come up and ask your question directly from sir. So I think that's what she's getting or confused with, that.
Everything is from one source, Baba. You need to always give the credit to the source. There are two things. Buddha
Hello.
said, Buddha
Hi.
said, mm,
I mean to say challenging. It was a typo from my end. You mentioned, sir, you mentioned that books challenge you when you are picking a book. Books challenges you. So I'm kind of trying to understand what do you mean book challenging you?
yeah,
How do you choose the right book when you're starting? So I want to
yeah.
understand that.
So,
Yes.
so, so, for example, if I carry some kind of inertia-based thought form inside me,
Mhm.
okay, a more tamasic based thought forms I have in my mind or my brain. So a book challenges, it reflects that all these thought forms are tamasic. The book challenges me to become more rajasic.
Uh,
The book wants you to become more rhythmic.
okay. Mm-hmm.
If you read my experience with truth, autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi, it challenges you. Please don't focus on the non-essentials. Don't focus on the inertia side. Focus on the sattvic side. That is what the book says to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that book doesn't challenges you and says, whatever you are, it's very good. You are so good. You are so beautiful. You don't have to do anything. If the book says that, does that book make you more inertia, or it
Oh,
wants you to grow?
okay. Okay. So
That
learns.
challenging, yeah. Every book, if for example, I say most of the book people like booklets.
Mm.
Everyone wants to have all the information in one page.
Yes.
Okay. Now, all the authors, for example, Tarkam writes 500 pages regarding one concept because
Yeah.
he wants people to cultivate that mental space.
Mm.
And we are in so speed up time, we want all those 500 pages to be in one page. How can that be possible? We need to see the depth of the book.
Mm. Got it. Yeah.
So the book challenges you. Go to your deeper levels. Don't go on. Not spirituality is not going on the surface level. It is going to the depth.
Mm.
That book challenges me. Secret Doctrine challenges you. It challenged Osho.
Mm.
Osho himself could not understand what secret doctrine was.
Okay.
And Tarkam Saradarian, he took 50 years to simplify his secret doctrine.
Got it.
Then that kind of challenging, okay, mental challenges, okay, people are not active mentally. A book challenges them. Hey, Baba, become active. Enough of your passiveness. Yes or
Got it.
no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that challenge is what I'm talking about.
Okay. Thank
You,
you.
you pick up you pick up more rhythmic books. You become more rhythmic.
Got it. Thanks for explaining.
That's
Thank you.
it. That is that is what openness means.
Mhm.
Open
Thank you.
question,
Thank you.
open answer.
So we have two more questions on the group. Shashi, would you want to speak first, or let's take question answers first?
Yeah, please take a more question answers. I'll wait for that.
Please
Okay,
go ahead.
so Prem, if you can unmute yourself and open your camera, would love. Yes, you are here. Okay, ask your question away.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah, Hi. I want to ask you, as you mentioned about like 4 types of breathing, like we physically breathe or something, that I didn't get it. So I'm.
What I wanted to say was,
Mm-hmm.
breath is such a beautiful bridge which takes you inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while you take a physical breath, are you avoiding your anxiousness if it is there? Or you want to make that breath, whatever breathing you are taking, is it soothing you, calming you down, or it is making you suppress your anxieties?
Um, it's like I'm struggling kind with that. I'm just new, struggling with like a
Yeah,
breathing thing. Like,
yeah. So that struggling is
that's.
coming from your emotional component.
Mm-hmm.
So you do accept, embrace your emotional things also. With your every inhale, your
Mm-hmm.
take breath is making you much calmer, and whatever you are struggling is you are exhaling.
Oh, okay.
It means you are taking your emotional body is also breathing properly. Most of the people they suppress their rage and meditate.
I feel like I don't. I feel like the breathing is like I'm just focusing on that one
Ah,
more. Like.
so whatever emotions you have, that component you should also participate in your breathing.
Mm-hmm.
All
Okay.
the non-essentials emotional components you should exhale. And
Okay.
all mind is a room. Okay, you are cleaning with your breath, and all the things which are non-essentials in your mind room, remove it using your breath cleanser.
Okay.
So, what I wanted to say is become more integrated once you are meditating. Don't sit in meditation as an island or isolated person. Your
Uh-huh.
physical body is at one part, your emotions are somewhere else, your mind is somewhere else, but you are still in meditation. No, no, no. The meditation happens once you are aligned. Your emotions, your mind, you or your body becomes sit in one place. You are in meditation. Otherwise, you are daydreaming.
Yeah. Agree. Yeah.
So my point is, meditation with breath is about allowing. It's not about struggling.
Okay. Yeah. Like focus on like breathing through nose or
Yeah,
focusing the
breathe,
stomach, kind of
breath.
like.
I breathe,
That's.
but all non-essentials, emotional components, mind components, they are going away in exhale. Then that should reflect in your behavior, day-to-day mind movement. And people should see your radiation coming out of your practice.
Mm-hmm.
That is what Osho said. Never suppress, repress things. And I see most of the people what they water the weeds. What happens if you water weeds? They also grow. You should know
Yeah.
what kind of seeds are you watering.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
That's it. And spirituality, breath is about, I'm telling you very clearly, breathing is about how in our childhood we were having baby steps. It's not about babysitting your emotions. Don't babysit yourself. Put baby steps. Then one fine day after 4 years, you start walking. That is what meditation is. And people
Yeah.
are babysitting themselves. They want another some person to babysit themselves. How many years will somebody will babysit you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
life is about baby steps, Baba. It's not about babysitting. That is what I wanted to convey today.
Yeah.
You got my point?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prem.
Thank
We have one more question before we bring in Shashi. We have Navya asking, Navya, do you want to come and speak with sir directly? So Navya is asking, when we read any book, do we connect with masters mentioned in the book?
I said energetically, psychologically, you will connect to the core of you connect to the intention core. Okay. For that, you can read a book. I'll tell you the title of the book called Imitation of Christ by Thomas Kempis. Okay. What happens is Imitation of Christ, consciously elevating yourself to the intuitional level of the author, your whole system is filled with that substance. But are we imitating consciously, or are we copying mechanically is the question. All mechanicalness is from your subconscious stuff. Conscious repetition, how Meera became so great is because her devotion, her emotional body substance has become, with her conscious repetition of Krishna, her emotional component was replaced with intuition substance. You need to understand one thing. Wandering is proportional to the substance you have in the mind. You have less wandering means more intuition substance. You are pondering more. But Meera was not pondering. She was heartfully, mentally dedicated towards the idea. And people get confused is because we copy things. Whatever author writes, we mechanically we become like a tape recorder. That is not Swadhaya. That is not author connected to the core. What is the essence of? You tell me what is the essence of Buddha?
Nowhere.
He said, "Be a
Oh,
light unto
yeah.
yourself." That's it. Yeah, that is what. That is the essence. That is what he said to Rahula. The same version of "Be a light unto yourself." He said, "If at all be possible, be joyful if possible." That was the last advice he gave to his own son. Because remaining joyful in a very saddened world is so difficult. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So always you think of a idea, that idea should uplift you. Buddha always uplifts you, inspires you, because there is a core in that teaching. There is a kind of continuity in the teaching. A teaching which is not continuous, which doesn't have core, they talk, it's like, for example, I'll take a seed. Every 1 hour, I will pick one spot in my garden, and I always, throughout the day, I'll put that seed in 10 places and water. Will it grow?
No, sir.
It should be on that one
When
place.
will a seed, if you plant in the earth and grow, if you choose a spot and water it, it will grow. Why we can't connect with the core of the author is because we are in 10 different spots in a fertile mind. That is why nobody gets contact with the core of the author. If you are, what happens is, you become that book, whatever wants to convey to you, it is there in your etheric akashic memory. You don't have to memorize it. You don't have to mug it. You
I'm
just
reading
connect.
a
Ah,
I'm reading autobiography of a yogi now.
then
Yeah. So as like Paramahamsa Yogananda always connects to the his master, right? Yukteswar Giri. So somehow I feel Yukteswar Giri's presence every time when I sit for meditation. So
that presence word is consciousness oriented. Don't idolize them or don't personify them.
mm,
Everybody's consciousness. That is why that presence will become omnipresence.
mm,
Their presence is not only to you. Anybody who contacts the idea, his presence is there. That is why that presence becomes omnipresence, means that presence is everywhere. You got the point?
yeah.
That omnipresence is what you need to aim for. Every master is omnipresent. Every master. You talk Rumi, he is there. You talk Jalaluddin Rumi, you talk Hafiz, anybody whoever are soul stuff, because they are more inclusive, they have a core. And we are so separatistic. Every given moment of time, we have a subpersonality. In the morning, we behave as if we are the wife. In the afternoon, we behave as if we are the corporate worker. In the evening, we talk as if we pose as if we are spiritual people. Every day, we have so many masks we wear, and behind that mask, who is there? That is what I am saying. Don't become roles, become souls.
Hmm. Very good point. Yeah, thank you, Master. Yeah.
That is, we are all identified with the roles. I am Nandini. I run reinventing. So what? I want a soul of Nandini to run reinventing. So autobiography of yogi teaches people like how important is to journal your entire life. The journaling part we are missing today. All people should journal their experiences because every second, every moment that experience happens, you need to put it in journal so that that is what the spiritual legacy how continues. How does the legacy of Yogananda Paramahamsa continues? Because they documented everything. Every precise date, photo, everything is documented. That is why they are so professional, ordered, organized spiritual people. That organized way of things should reflect in our lives also. And in our organization, I don't see everyone has their own flag. Somebody says Seth, somebody says Ramta, somebody says own channeling, Baba. You are becoming too mechanical. Become more universal. So that is what my message is like. Become more universal. And madam, you are talking about Yogananda Paramahamsaji and Yukteswargi Lahari Masaya. They were all talking about spiritual cooperation. And we people are fighting like in a spiritual competition. I will win over you. Win over others mentality and cooperative mentality, they are dharti asman farak. So that is what everything which what you connect with the core, it amplifies you because you become zero. If you become zero, the book will become hero. If you are already hero, the book will become zero. Now it's your choice. You make your spiritual author the hero or yourself the hero. And everyone wants they make themselves heroes. That is why I don't put the book. I'll put my name first. You see, we are talking about annihilation of egos, and we are putting more of egos upfront. While talking about a book, I should not be there. Paramahamsaji's data should flow through me. That is what is book reading. Absence of ego, presence of the master's consciousness. Both should happen in a given act. Next question.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you. Now we have Shashiji. Shashiji, please go ahead. We'll take you last. Sir, we'll take
Thank
Shashiji
you.
last.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. It's such a wonderful knowledge you have given. I just came here to say you thank you and gratitude, deep knowledge and the depth about that Swadhyaya you told. It's completely like opening or mind at least. So many things I learned new today, and I feel like the Patriji in front of me, like you're just a shadow of Patriji. Thank you so much. I have one question, which is I felt many times when why does the same book feel new every time when we read? I have I have read autobiography of a yogi at least 4 times, and then whenever I am reading again, it just give me new look and so many new knowledge. Even though same sentences, maybe I read it before too. So can you please put some light on it. Thank you.
That is what I have been saying. Like, every book needs to be read 7 times, or every individual has 7 information centers. Okay. I pick up a book with a preoccupied question. Maybe I want to know about how Yogananda Paramahamsa ji survived. With that question, I opened that book. Means, like, I am dealing my interaction between my consciousness and the book consciousness is from Mooladhara level. So you open a book from Mooladhara level, you only get Mooladhara level answers from that book.
Okay.
Then I go to Manipura Chakra and find a, like, how did this student teacher relationship blossomed in his life? With that question, I opened that book. Then I'll see from Manipura Chakra, I want to interact with that book.
Okay.
Then enough of my lower psychism, how compassionate was my author. You see the book from a heart density, that heart information will follow from the book. No, you think of Vishuddha, how he purified the entire community. You want to know, with that point of view, the Vishuddha component will flow into you. You want to see the vision component of the teacher, you see from the Agnya component, the book will give you the Agnya type of answers to you. And you want to see the synthesis of how he made this, that so many chapters so simple. You want to see the synthesized quotient of the book. The Sahasrara will get the answer from that book. So 7 stations, 7 stops, 7 interactions.
Okay. So, sir, it depends on consciousness when we are reading the book.
Absolutely. At what point of what thing are you opening the book? Your intention and their intention should come in contact. That is why it is a very conscious, alive interaction.
Okay. Wow.
It is not an, you think that book is the consciousness of the author. He has encapsulated it's like, he compressed his psychic energy and gave in the form of the book.
Right.
Now it contains the whole satellite kind of information with that. You go into space and see, you have different, you are from Earth plane, you want information from the satellite, it gives you the information. That's it.
Right.
So you
Wonderful.
have Vijnanamaya Kosha, Annamaya Kosha. I am seeing the book from my Annamaya Kosha, physical aspect. You only see the physical component from the author.
Right.
Most of the people traveled with Patriji. If all people have seen the spiritual dimension of his journey, everyone should become spiritual, isn't it?
Right.
Why these conflicts?
Right. So beautifully, sir. Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
really so thankful. Gratitude to your
Yeah.
time and your energy here. Thank you.
So real books are like sun. Sun radiates. Plants take the amount of sun energy and they grow. And we sit in homes locked. You don't say take sun. It means the sun exists or it doesn't exist. That's it. Book radiates psychic energies. That is why Bhagavad Gita is still there. Buddha teachings are still there. Because they have so much of condensed cosmic energy in them. And like every principle is, all Buddhism depends on Purnam. Purnam is, everything comes from wholeness. Even wholeness goes, the wholeness remains. That Paripurnam is what we need to become with meditation and book reading. You should become Purnam. And this Purnam, what you become, should communicate with the Purnam which is there in the nature. That holism is what makes group consciousness very organic. In all group, we meet people who are our inner reflections. See how many people come into your life to teach you something else. Some petty tyrants come to your life. Socrates, he had a beautiful petty tyrant wife. If that petty tyrant was not there, he would not have cultivated his spiritual dimension. Got the point? So group is very, very important. Group consciousness, individual consciousness, who cares, Baba? If PSSM is alive, you go and sit there, you will also become alive. That is why group is more important. And here what is happening is individuals are becoming important. And God save such kind of people. Next. Is it enough, Nandini?
So we're still getting more questions for you, sir. Nobody wants you to leave.
I have time. Like you go with your timeline and your schedule.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely. Vijay, please go ahead, speak.
Uh, Thank you, ma'am. Hi, Master. I'm doing the meditation since long time, but I'm always, going to the deep sleep. I ask this question: is this correct or not? But everyone says that is the experience. But I don't know how many days or months and years I need to do the meditation to do not fall into the sleep and
One thing is, I really don't know whom you talked with, but I'll put my information or my idea in that. Whoever is the beginner, but beginner doesn't mean that you are new to meditation. I'm not talking about that state. Anybody to inculcate some new thing into their life, in the initial stages, what happens is, I ask people to do meditation in the morning hours. Why? Because from morning to evening, you're physically, emotionally, mentally exhausted in your office work. And most of people sit in the late night and they think that they'll dream. With all your mind senses, physical senses tired, if you sit in meditation without going to sleep, where will you go?
no, even I used to do the meditation in the morning 4 o'clock. I used to wake up in the
4 o'clock.
morning 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. Then let me complete.
Yeah.
People who have nice sleep, they should sit in meditation in the morning. You don't have sleep in the night. You get up very non-peaceful mode. It is because first foremost important thing is you need to relax mode mentally, physically before sitting in meditation. Be relaxed. First relax yourself. Then align yourself that you are not sitting in meditation to make it a habit. You want to make friendship with meditation, then you are more aligned. Relaxation should follow with alignment, then meditation happens. Don't fight your preoccupied mind and don't become so strict with your own mind stuff. Don't fight your mind while doing meditation. Align with the mind. Whatever the flow takes, you want to sit in the morning time for 15 minutes. Don't sit more than that in initial stages. 10 to 15 minutes, relax yourself and sit in meditation. That's it. Then you will fall into that habit. Because after 21 days, the old habits will not make you, that resistance which is there will not force you to overdo it, underdo it. So initial stages, please be in meditative state after you feel you are in a relaxed mode. Relaxation is very important. One more thing. Still you are unable, play some harmonious music, take the help of music, it will take you into meditative state. Take help of music. Relaxation with music. Third thing is, still it is not happening, sit in nature. Morning time in nature, seeing sunrise, that itself is meditation. You become mind empty. You see the sun rise, for 10-15 minutes. Then slowly after 20 minutes, you can come in, sit in your room and sit in meditation. These things, these are like, mini meditation sessions are important before macro sitting. Relaxation is more important. Seeing the sun rise is important. Harmonious music help psychologically will help you. These three things, minute, mini things, you take help, then I don't think you will have a conflict with meditation procedure, or that resistance will evaporate. Practice these three things.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Master.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for wonderfully answering all the questions, sir. One last question, if you have time, sir. Already we have taken a lot of your time. This Hari Prasad ji is asking, sir, once I could read books continuously, but now I can't read continuously, even for a few minutes. Why?
Why? Because what happens with your stomach once you eat, your capacity is to eat 10 idlis. And you have experienced that 10 idlis, you are prone to your mental stomach is getting upset. What is the intention of holding the information? If any undigestible information will become a hindrance, a limitation. I've seen a lot of people. For example, what happened in my life was, at the presence of Patriji, I don't remember. I remember his name. He's a creative producer. His name was Rajesh. He got so emotionally excited. He was not inspired. He got emotionally excited. He brought all Careless Cashmere books and started reading them in 3 days. And the fourth day, he stopped meditating. Who asked anybody to overeat? Don't overread, don't underread. That is what I am saying. What is the intention of, like, is somebody going to give you a certificate that you read so many books? Don't overread, don't overload, don't overmeditate, don't overdo any overdo. Read books which shows you balance, stability. So my point is, book reading is about synthesis. Book reading is not about specialization. And most of the Swadhyaya Yoga people, they want to do MD degrees with Swadhyaya Yoga. That will never happen. Swadhyaya Yoga is about synthesis. It's not about specialization. And I have seen so many astral travel specialists to third eye specialists to all these specialists, they don't have synthesis. Book reading is about synthesis, common denominator which is there in the consciousness of all people. That common denominator is what Swadhyaya Yoga is. This is not about specialization. Nobody is going to give you a doctorate degree if you read 1 lakh books. Don't read books with that intention. Read books to cultivate synthesis inside you. Then all non-essential books you will throw out of your home. For example, Osho wrote 1 lakh books. Okay? If you read his books, it implies that all the 1 lakh books wisdom is there with him. That wisdom you need to take. Then why are you reading again 1 lakh books as Osho read all 1 lakh books? That shows stupidity means going against yourself is stupidity. Going with your own flow is known as growth. So, spirituality, Swadhyaya Yoga is nothing about specialization. It is about how unified, how inclusive, how synthesized you become. Throw away all books. Read one book which makes you more of yourself. That itself reflects 1 lakh books or whatever books you have read. Don't overdo anything. Read thing which you can digest. Don't read anything which in a undigestive mode. Already you are so preoccupied. Why do you read? Once you come out of that preoccupied state, start reading again. That is what nature does. Nature always works on the law of graduality. Grow gradiently. Don't take leaps. Don't try to become rampas in a given reading. You will become yourself. You will never become a rampa. You will be yourself. You will never become a Osho. You will be yourself. You can never become physically like Patri. You will be yourself. That is what Swadhaya Yoga is. Read books which will make you yourself. Why are you trying to become others? Why are you? If I overload anything, that system will collapse. And what is the solution for overload? Become more economical. Be economical in reading, Baba. Don't focus on wastefulness. हो गया सो हो गया, अब पढ़ लिए, थोड़ा देर, थोड़ा मंथ्स रिलैक्स करो, थोड़ा जाके मूवी देखो, धुरंधर मूवी देखो. Then you will come out of that reading mode. Then one fine day you will know what is the most essential book. We'll read it with an open mind. Durandar, don't you should become a Durandar, spiritual Durandar, book reader Durandar. Okay. So people they always have conflict, fight with their own minds. And I always say pick up a book which is more friendly. Don't read books written by military people, they are more strict. They put so many disciplinary things. You start this book, read this chapter, otherwise you will be punished. Such kind of books, you would have read that. Become more liberal, Baba. Be free with your own self, with your own mind, with your own mind channel. It's okay now and then our channel runs 10 different channels. We'll wait, patiently wait, because all the experience you had, which comes to you, like even books will teach you how you need to be tolerant with your own self. Become more tolerant, and slowly you will pick up a book which will make you more tolerant, greater tolerant. Okay? Don't overdo, don't repeat. The only thing, the problem solves once you identify the problem. Don't read all newspapers. Who asked you to read all newspapers? Pick up one newspaper, read it. And people read all 20 newspapers. Go to railway station, pick up all newspapers, read. What it will do? It will create so much of indigestion in the mind. And again, you need to wait 6 months to come out of that indigestion. Okay? So, darkness is there, light is there. Death is there, immortality is there. That spectrum is always there. You should know where you are. Then pick up a book which will take you to the next level. That's it. That's it. Next level is what is important. That is what I have been saying. You over babysit your mind, it will become whatever you overuse will be taken away. That is what nature is. Whatever you overuse, nothing like overuse, nothing like don't use. See how beautiful resources are given into every individual in the whole creation. Think about the creative things the creator has. See how beautiful things is. What people, you read, never change that reading into transformation, then you'll have such indigestion problems. Stop, relax, self-actualize, then come out. That is what my answer is. I always ask people not to overdo meditation. You take up your mobile phone, you charge it for 20 hours, to use it for 6 months, this will blow off. The battery can be charged for only 2 hours. Then why are you overcharging it, Baba? ज्यादा चार्ज करो, ज्यादा स्पिरिचुअल बन जाएगा. हो नेचर नेवर taught you anything. And spirituality is about how organic you are becoming. If I overcharge this, what will happen? I'll dump the entire mainframe information here. Is it possible? I should increase the capacity. Then I'll put. So capacity of consciousness is what reflects in the way you are dealing with books. There is a container, there is a capacity of the container. So slowly with meditation, your capacity of the container is increasing. You can put more books. It is not increasing. The same same bottle is there. How can you put bottles of water in a small glass? Books are to be shared. For example, whatever books Patriji used to read, he never used to keep those books at his place. He used to always distribute, because he never want things to be hoarded. Everything should be in circulation. And I've seen so many people, they keep racks of spiritual books in their home. They never give to others. Because of that stagnation in the books that reflects in your consciousness. Make whatever books inside your home be in a circulative mode. And that circulation of energy is not there, and people are talking about money, abundance, whatnot. And if we have become ethically so stagnant, my God, spirituality is about circulation. Etheric, pranic circulation should be there. That is what spirituality is. Stop reading, and you will come to know when to start again.
Hari sir, do you want to speak with sir?
I think I know this individual.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. He's a great master.
Yeah.
So please please unmute yourself. I'm trying to. Okay. Maybe he's not able to yes, there he is. Sandha, one person should ask them to unmute.
చాలా థ్యాంక్స్ సార్, బాగా చెప్పినారు సార్. చాలా బాగా చెప్పినారు సార్. నాకు మీరు చెప్పినట్టుగా నాకు న్యూస్ పేపర్ చదవకుండా ఉండలేను సార్. ఇప్పుడు వదులుతాను సార్. ఒక 10 years ముందు అయితే ప్రతి పేపర్ చదివేవాడిని. రోజుకి 3-4 పేపర్ చదివేవాడిని ప్రతిరోజు. ఇప్పుడు స్టాప్ చేసినాను సార్. చాలా బాగా కరెక్ట్గా చెప్పినారు సార్.
Meditation and books are not about your obsession and possession. It's about how conscious you are becoming with your own things.
Okay.
Obsession and possession means like that idea is overtaking you, and most of the people in that mode. Obsessed service mode. Don't be obsessed to do things. Be consciously detached mode to render your spiritual services. Don't become obsessive and possessive with your own ideas.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. With that, thank you for all your time. Thank you for all your energy, for your wisdom. It's endless, sir. I think we should have every week we should have you, so that we get these pearls of wisdoms again and again. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nandini.
Yes.
If we have any latest information, there is something to share. If the new books are coming, then we will have sessions. I can't declare like this many sessions I can take in the year, because I really don't know how many books are going to come. Okay. Okay.
So, yes,
bye, Nandini. Thank you.
Let us know.
Bye.
All right. We will see all of you tomorrow with question and answer sessions. So do not miss out. Let's meet